From January 20th to 22nd, 2025, Ghana proudly welcomed Mark Maloney, chair of the Rotary Foundation Board of Trustees and past Rotary International President, as part of his Africa tour. Accompanied by his spouse, Gay Maloney, his visit reaffirmed Rotary's commitment to humanitarian service, community development, and the fight against polio. Upon arrival at the Kotoka International Airport, Mark Maloney received a warm reception from Rotary leaders, dignitaries, and members of the press. From there, he proceeded to the Labadi Beach Hotel for a press conference where he shared insights on Rotary's ongoing impact in Ghana and across the world.
Over the course of the last 5 years, the Rotary Foundation has funded what we call global grant projects in Ghana with a total expenditure of $6.3 million in a total of 70 such global grants. We have also funded other smaller projects through district grants, and over the course of the last 10 years, the foundation has participated in a strategic partnership with the U.S. Agency for International Development, which we call USAID, and that was a strategic partner for water and sanitation and hygiene in schools. Talking about that effort, we expended, in partnership with the U.S. government, $6 million, $3 million coming from the Rotary Foundation, $3 million from USAID. And this is a project that provided sustainable basic water and sanitation services to over 80,000 people, 171 schools, and 11 healthcare facilities, over 13 political districts.
The press conference set the tone for his visit, highlighting key engagements with stakeholders, government officials, and partners dedicated to strengthening Rotary's humanitarian efforts in Ghana.
One project that I think is undergoing right now is a vocational training team in cleft palate and cleft lip surgery. This is an example of what the partnership Rotarians can do. This is a project that is funded with a total grant of over 80,000 US. These are grants in which Rotary clubs in Ghana have partnered with Rotary clubs in other parts of the world and put up funding, which funding is matched by the Rotary Foundation to undertake humanitarian projects. It's really a privilege for Gay and for me to make these visits around the world, to see the amazing work that Rotarians and Rotaractors are doing in the various parts of the world.
Later that evening, a special dinner meeting was held in his honor, bringing together Rotary leaders and distinguished guests to discuss the future of Rotary's initiatives in the country.
It would interest you to know that Trustee Chair Mark Maloney came to Ghana 22 years ago. Thank you for choosing to visit Ghana again after an absence of 22 years.
Here in Ghana, the Rotary Foundation is fulfilling its mission to do good in the world. Over the course of the last 5 years, the Rotary Foundation has funded within Ghana 70 global grants for a total expenditure of $6.3 million.
To carry out message of service and love. Oh, vive la, vive la Rotary, vive la Rotary. Truth is our right, love is our might, vive la Rotary.
As Rotarians, we are not just representatives of our clubs or cities. We are ambassadors of hope, compassion, and innovation. Whether it's eradicating polio, promoting education, advancing peace, or supporting economic development, our work demonstrates the extraordinary potential of people working together.
On day 2, Mark Maloney visited the Greater Accra Regional Hospital at Ridge to tour a Rotary Foundation-sponsored cleft lip and palate surgery project of the Rotary Club of Accra West, Rotary Club of Venice Nokomis, Alliance for Smiles, and other partners.
The cleft lip and cleft palate corrective surgery project that is currently being undertaken at the Ridge Hospital. One of these surgeries, the deformity was not just a single cleft, but a double cleft, and was so deep that it pulled the lower eyelid down on the child, such that the child could not close her eyes. And now, as we speak, that child can close her eye.
This was targeted at providing free service for the needy in society.
This is one of the 30-something cases that we have scheduled, but these are very, very rare cases. We have sweet Kayla that we did her lip yesterday. I could stand here and go through tons and tons of pictures of the kids that we've changed their lives. And because of the Rotary Foundation, thank you, because without the generous donations of those Rotarians and non-Rotarians around the world, we can't do what we do. And this was Rotary. I keep telling the team, Mark Maloney's coming, and he signed the check.
That's right. We are most grateful, and more especially for the fact that you acknowledge the works of the Rotary Foundation. That is why we are set up. We help collect money from donors, but most especially, we want to see those monies used to make the world a better place. And we're excited to see those faces change from terrible looks to, wonderful smiles and all that.
Rotary continues to invest in health interventions for needy persons and communities, especially the deprived. Following the hospital visit, Mr. Maloney engaged in a luncheon with esteemed dignitaries discussing potential collaborations to expand Rotary's reach in the health sector.
The number one activity of the Rotary Foundation in humanitarian efforts is the eradication of polio. The Rotary Foundation, along with government health workers, have immunized more than 2 billion children around the world and have made a tremendous impact, decreasing the incidence of polio cases by more than 99.9%.
Later that day, a grand town hall meeting was held, bringing together Rotarians, community leaders, and stakeholders. Discussions focused on Rotary's achievements, upcoming projects, and opportunities for deeper partnerships in education, healthcare, and social impact.
We have $120 million left to achieve the 2025 by 2025 goal.
On the final day of his visit, Mark Maloney paid a courtesy call on the Ga Manche, the king of the Ga state. In an atmosphere of cultural exchange and mutual respect, discussions centered on areas of shared interest, particularly community service and development.
Here within the area of your domain, even today, there is a Rotary Foundation project being undertaken at the Ridge Hospital.
The Ga Manche commended Rotary's efforts in eradicating polio and improving the lives of communities across Ghana.
We have a few lands, available. We believe that a partnership with Rotary will help us institute things like library complexes and all that within the communities to even help children read about polio and understand exactly, its adverse effects if you're to have it.
Both parties pledged to continue discussions on collaborative projects that align with Rotary's mission.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, Gabe.
Thank you.
Mr. Maloney then joined a high-level meeting at the WHO Ghana office where Rotary International, Ghana Health Service, UNICEF and other partners reviewed the nation's progress in polio eradication.
Thanks to Rotary International, I think this is something that we really have to pat ourselves on the back to make sure that we continue with this work. I've been told here the emergence of variant polio virus outbreaks are still ongoing, and we have more than 45 countries that have experienced those outbreaks. Most of these countries are in the African region, and that's why we are so grateful that in your itinerary you also chose to come and see for yourself what is going on.
The meeting reinforced Rotary's unwavering commitment to the End Polio Now campaign, highlighting successful immunization drives and the need for sustained partnerships to achieve a polio-free Ghana.
By virtue of the support we have received from partners, including Rotary, I'll say that our program has been successful.
I want to be part of history, and I'm sure Rotarians also want to be part of history, even non-Rotarians.
Yes. As Trustee Joma said, to make sure that it is we're also part of this legacy. And so we want to just thank everyone here who has made it to be here for your continuous support and collaboration, your cooperation, and all that we've done together. But we must continue.
As his visit came to an end, Mark Maloney's time in Ghana left a lasting impact, strengthening partnerships, celebrating progress, and inspiring renewed commitment to service. Together we serve, together we change lives, and together we will end polio. Join Rotary, make a difference.